Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. Today is Wealth Wednesday, September 9th, and as of right now, we've got 55 participants on the line. Make sure that you reach out to your team. We don't want any ICMs left behind. Today, we get to learn from Daine Clark. Daine has really made a successful business out of Renatus and has been able to show a lot of success on both the real estate side as well as the marketing side. We're very fortunate that Daine spends an hour with us every single Wednesday to go over with us what's working for him, and also spends a lot of time answering questions and really just helping what we need out here in the field. So before Renatus, Daine was working two jobs. He was working at Apple. Oh, we've got some feed. One moment. So Daine was working two jobs. He was working for both Apple and as a roofer. And if you've been to the Apple store, typically when you're working at Apple, you're on the sales floor and you are talking to customers and selling cell phones, selling products. And since Daine wasn't really the best at talking to people at the time, he was in the back counting cell phones, which I just think that's so interesting because he's just killing it in this business. So I don't see him as a shy person, but and then as a roofer with fair skin, red hair, just being in the sun all day was not his cup of tea. So at the time, Daine was barely making ends meet and he knew he needed to make a change. So he started looking into other income opportunities, and he found Renatus. He had heard about real estate investing and ran into Renatus. He plugged into the system and listened to his mentor. He watched his education, started to apply what he was learning, and he applied velocity banking to his situation, paid off debt, was able to use that as leverage as a down payment on a duplex, where in the duplex he lived in one side and rented out the other side. If we fast forward to today, Daine has now raised over 14 million from investors to lend on various real estate transactions, and his secret to that is consistency and frequency. He's grown his team, is recognized by our CEO, Bob Snyder, as a key leader. He's on the PIT, meaning he's in training to be on the PAC, the President's Advisory Council. And again, we're fortunate to get to learn from Daine this morning, so take notes. Good morning, Daine. How are you?
Oh, good morning, Keely. Am I seeing that it's somebody's birthday today? Well, happy birthday to you.
Thank
Congratulations. You don't look any older, but congratulations. And thank you for being on the call still today on your birthday. That's super awesome. That's crazy. That means my wife follows this a lot more than I do, but that means we're both Virgos, I think. So crazy. Mine's on the 18th.
Oh, nice.
So awesome. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a lot of fun, awesome stuff planned for today. Congratulations. Cool, but thank you so much for that intro as always. Good morning, everybody. Renatus Nation. Got some good stuff for you guys today. I say that every week though, I feel like, but this time I really have some good stuff for you guys. So super excited. So go ahead and let's start the call. I want to hear how many conversations, how many people did you get to a meeting? How many people made it to an intro, a house tour, a follow-up? Let's see, I don't think we had anything on Saturday. So follow-up, house tour, events, right? How many people? And in my opinion, all wealth is built through conversation, whether that's conversation one-to-many, presentation style, or conversation one-to-one, right? And so I track, as you guys know, how many people I do a one-on-one with every single week, and that's my number. And so for me, let me look at it right now, actually. For me, I had, let's see, I had a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I had 10 one-on-ones, a lot more conversations. We went camping this weekend, and I was like talking to the people while we were camping. and I got to write off the trip because of it, right off camping, just because I like to have real estate conversations. But yeah, 10 one-on-ones in the last 7 days. Let's go to the comments. Let's hear how people are doing. Oh, you know what? Michael texted me, and you guys might have to forgive me because my internet is down. Luckily, we still have power here in Utah. Apparently, it's like over 200,000 people are out of power. We still have power here where I'm at, but for some reason I don't have internet. And so I'm like hotspotting this off my phone and chiming in on the phone as well. So hopefully everything goes smoothly. But I didn't quite hear if Keely had gone through all of these. I heard her say something about straight line. She did talk about Super Saturday. Did you talk about the Facebook page, the Real Estate Investors United?
I did not mention anything about that.
Okay, no worries. Cool. So Michael asked me to make sure I talk about those three things. So I'll just talk about the first one. The Real Estate Investors United Facebook page, that's what it's called, Real Estate Investors United. If you guys are not on that already, jump in that Facebook group. We designed this, you can't make any new posts. It's designed to be a static Facebook group that has a bunch of videos, that has a bunch of testimonials, that has a bunch of instructor bios, and you can jump in there and you can add your friends and be like, and you can tag your friends and be like, hey, Keely, check out this video about this instructor. This is the guy that I've been learning from. He's done 400 real estate deals, something like that. And you think you really like him, or you tag him in an intro video. And this way, I mean, I've been watching the numbers inside of this group, and I mean, we are adding dozens of people every single day. And so when you add your prospect into this group, obviously it'll track that you invited that person. And so we have the ability to track that if there was any question. But we're all friends here at Renatus, and we're not in there to poach and pick people, whatever. But it tracks that, who invited that person to the group. But also it builds a lot of instant credibility. You add somebody to this group and we got hundreds of people, and before long, I'm sure we'll be up to around 1,000, where there's a lot of people in this group, and there's comments, right? Here's the key. If you go into this Facebook group and you go to one of the videos, there's on some of them, there's already over 50 comments on the video. And so they see like, holy cow, like people are interacting in here. There's a lot of interaction going on. Yeah, there's only if I were to count, there's probably 25 videos, maybe a little bit more, but right in that area, which means there's a lot of interaction on those few videos that we hand selected to give people. So yeah. Straight Line Persuasion, go to DaineClark.com. In fact, somebody jump in on the chat there. It's DaineClark.com/straight line. Perfect. And there's that. So yeah, Real Estate Investors United Facebook page. Cool. All right, let's go to the comments. Let's give some love for people. Again, happy birthday. Look at all these birthday wishes. You're awesome, Keely. Happy birthday. I'm not even gonna ask how old you are because I hear that's not a good thing to do. But all right, Chuck. Let's see. Chuck had 2. Congratulations, brother. Diana Torres had 1. And we had a couple of goose eggs here in a row. Esther, she's got the little cry face. Goose egg. Autumn had a goose egg. Renee had a goose egg. Come on, guys. What's going on? Talk real estate investing with everybody. It's so funny. I had I got one of my students that's like extremely shy like myself, and it's crazy. Like I feel like I love the shy ones because it's like I can help you. But I got one of my students that's crazy shy, and it's funny because he hears me say this every single week, and he's like it's crazy, Daine. Like I'm starting to learn that this is just gonna have to be my new lifestyle. That everybody I talk to, I say the words investing in real estate one way or another every time I talk to them, right? And it's crazy because he started telling me a story. He's like, yeah, like I just started opening my mouth and saying the words investing in real estate wherever I was, whenever I was, however I was, whatever. And so he's like, I learned that one of my neighbors, he's actually a real estate attorney, and he serves a lot of investors. And so he's telling me this story about this attorney, and talking to him and asking him questions, and like, holy cow, that's so cool. And then he invests in real estate, and then it was done, right? He's like, that's all I got. That my neighbor is a real estate investing attorney. And so I came back to him and was like, well, does he do this or does he do this? I asked him, basically asking him all these questions, and he's like, I don't know, actually. And so, and it's crazy because I think something is opening in his mind that literally all wealth is built through conversation. Because he goes back, and it's funny because the next week he comes back and he's like, dude, I went back to that attorney and I started asking him a bunch of questions. And I started asking him like, oh, do you know, if I'm going to start getting into real estate investing, it's crazy. I told him to play dumb and just try to learn everything, try to like make this man, this real estate attorney, teacher, and make himself student. So we got teacher student and just start asking questions to this attorney and be like, oh, cool. Like I'm learning about this. And I'm learning, basically just talk about what he's learning in his classes. And by golly, this attorney starts asking questions as well. And he even starts saying like, I should introduce you to this person. I should introduce you to this person. And he starts asking questions. And he's like, oh, wow. Like, where'd you learn that? No joke. One of my most shy people on my team. And he's just like, he says those words. I think this just has to become a lifestyle. That, the same way that I would talk about my favorite Pokemon cards because I like Pokemon cards and I talk about Pokemon cards with everybody. I'm just flashback from my teenhood. Pokemon is Pokemon still really popular for young kids? I guess I'll find out when my kids get older. But anyway, just the same way you would talk about any passion that you have, real estate becomes one of your passions that you just like to talk about with anybody that also likes to talk about it. And so I'm really excited to see where this goes. He's already like, dude, I got to connect you to Daine, you and this real estate attorney. And that's how it works. You are a real estate connector. You're a connection builder, right? All right, moving on. Isaac had one. Bilal, I got one to the house tour today. Congrats, brother. Ada had 2. Jenna had a big fat goose egg this week. I already beat up those other 3, so I'm gonna be nice to Jenna. Sorry. Jose had 1. Gilda had 1. Kim had 4. Bobby signed 1 on Friday. Ooh, signed 1 on Friday. Congrats, brother. 2 on the intro. Grace had a goose egg. Deborah, 4 contacts, 2 ICM intros, 1 house tour for tonight, 1 from the Facebook group message. Seeding the conversation. Awesome. Love it. Seeding the conversation. I like that. Sherry had 5. Sherry Wallace had 5. Sherry Asbury had a goose egg. Alvin, 2 one-on-ones. Waiting for funding. Love it. Isn't that phase like the most like, okay, I got to talk to this person today. Make sure that you keep them like, oh, let me introduce this person. Or, oh, let me send you this. Like, those people that are in funding, I feel like those are the ones where I'm like, I gotta try and like come up with some reason to talk to them every single day, right? It's like, hey, I was just thinking about you today, and whatever. I literally have said those phrases where I call them up like, hey man, I was just thinking about you, and in fact, I was just going through this class, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited for you to be able to go through this stuff too. I don't know, stuff like that, like all the time. Waiting for funding. Because I've had people get cold feet sometimes. And so I feel like I got to keep them. Let's see, straight line persuasion. Cool, thank you. Awesome birthday, goose egg. Berta had 2. LaShawn had a goose egg. All right, awesome. Daine is the bumblebee. REI cross-pollinator. Daine is the bumblebee Renatus. Oh my gosh, Jenna, I'm probably gonna have to use that or reuse that or whatever you want to. I hope you have not trademarked that yet, because that is awesome. The bumblebee of Renatus, cross pollinator. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Cool. Let's move on. Let's help somebody. Okay. So you know who you are. You guys have seen me do this every single week. And you sometimes, I should say sometimes it takes us down some crazy rabbit hole. But you know what? People need to hear it. So
Yeah,
let's have somebody come up and mute. I've got Chuck. Chuck, is that you, brother?
Yeah, that's me. So I've been noticing something that comes up and it keeps reoccurring, even though I've been trying to reframe it. And there's like two of them I noticed, and I noticed it again when Michael gave us the challenge to invite 10 people to the Facebook group. My first thought was, how the hell am I supposed to do that? I don't know anybody.
Yeah. Is anybody else having trouble hearing Chuck, or is it just me?
There's some static, yeah.
Okay, I think Chuck, maybe clear up just in case it's something that we can't fix. I think I caught this, and tell me if I'm right. So we built the Facebook group, and you're like, okay, I want to go invite 10 people to it, but you're like, who do I invite? Am I right?
Yeah, it was something like that. Is thinking I don't know anybody. It's like, because
you don't know anybody?
Yeah, that was.
Are you like a Chuck? Are you like a real hermit? Like a real one that you literally don't know anyone?
No, I know that's the thing. I start like counting up people, and it keeps reoccurring. It keeps like popping up. Like every time there's a challenge or something to go and invite people, it's like I don't even know anybody. It just pops up and it keeps reoccurring.
Yeah. All right,
so,
I got something for you, brother. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you up good, because this is good. Okay, so everybody stay tuned, because I'm about to blow y'all's minds and how easy this is. Okay. So Chuck, here's what I want you to do, my friend. And I think last, let's see, maybe it was a couple weeks ago, but here, in fact, here, let me share my screen. Let's see, only the host can share. Oh, Keela, can you help me share my screen? So here's what we want to do. I would love to, in fact, answer me this, Chuck. Have you ever learned anything from let's just use me as an example. Have you ever learned anything from me that you were like, oh my gosh, like aha before? Can you hear me, Chuck?
yeah, I've learned quite a few things from you. Like I looked at it, like I think the last thing I remember that one is where you went through, and there was 4 reasons why you don't want your goal, and then the 4 reasons why you want your goal, and then the list of the things. I think that was the last one. I'd never heard of that one before.
Okay. Okay. So you can either pick that thing or anything you want, but do something like this. Okay. So let's see. Can you guys share my? Oh, you'll see. I haven't shared my screen yet. Oh. Share screen. Zoom. No, that's not what I want. Stop. Zoom. Oh, cool. Actually, is it working? 3, 2, 1, and share screen. Somebody confirm you can see my screen.
Cannot see your screen.
Oh, you can't?
No,
Let's see. Share screen, Zoom, and bam. How about now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Chuck, and everybody else, you're welcome to do this too, if you would like. So go to my Facebook, and you can search me, DaineClark.com, or sorry, Daine Clark on Facebook. My name is spelled kind of funky. And so go to Daine Clark, real estate investor, yada, yada, yada. Okay, scroll down a little bit and find some, I mean, you could use, pick like a few pictures, okay? So maybe like something like this, where I'm about to go on stage, something like that, where I am on stage. And then and then grab some of these right here. Okay, grab some of these before and after shots where I'm standing there with my wife. I got some before and afters of a deal that we did, and I called this one the chicken house, because I don't know why, but when I looked at this house, it looked like a chicken. It reminded me of a chicken. All right, so it was the chicken kitchen, and we turned it a little better and changed the house, right? So grab some of these. I've got some other deals if you just keep scrolling. Oh, there's another one, right? Some before and after. So again, there's my sweet little family, and another before and after shot of a kitchen. Okay. People love this kind of stuff. People love the before and after. This one was gorgeous. Look at this. Look at that before and after shot of that kitchen. Opened up the space there. I mean, just, oh, my wife actually tried to get us to move into this house after the remodel. Just loved it. Okay. So do that. Great. Go through my Facebook, snag a couple of photos, and then here's what you're going to do. Let's go over here and make a new one. Today is September 9th, 12th Wednesday. And this is Keely's birthday. We got to remember that. Okay, happy birthday, Keely, again. All right. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to grab off of my Facebook a bunch of pictures. Okay, pictures that you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, right? We're talking eye candy. Eye candy. Okay, so anything that you see that is going to show, obviously it's Facebook, so grab a couple of faces in there, but also eye candy, right? Before and after shots of deals, right? And grab a couple different ones, and just grab ones that are like kitchens. So this way they see multiple deals. So kitchens, bathrooms, okay? And so this way you've got, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 kitchens, 1 or 2 bathrooms, a couple of face, if there are pictures that do have my face in there, then grab them, okay? You're going to borrow some of my credibility, and you're going to figure out who your tribe is, okay? This is what we're going to do. You're going to figure out who your tribe is, okay? So you grab some of those pictures, then here's what you're going to do. You're going to write up why. So actually, you can do a couple different ways, but let me give you this. And you just feel what feels most comfortable or natural to you. Okay. So option 1, you are going to give a gratitude for learning type of a post. And then you're going to say, I'm so grateful that I get to learn from somebody, whatever, right? And again, this doesn't have to be me. You could pick anybody that has inspired you, right? It doesn't, I don't want to toot my own horn, whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. But anybody that has inspired you, that you can grab some pictures off of maybe their Facebook, that again, the objective here is eye candy, that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, like, we're talking Chip and Joanna Gaines type stuff. I mean, people love that before and after crap, right? I personally do not take any of the photos that you see on the face. I don't even post them, actually. I pay somebody because I know how important it is to do those before and after pictures. So much so, and I hate Facebook, guys. I do not post to Facebook. You saw all the stuff on my Facebook. It's because I freaking pay somebody because I know how important it is. But I never get on Facebook. I hate it. To me, it's a waste of time. But it makes me a ton of money, and so I'm like, okay, I'll create some middle ground here, and I'll spend some time on there paying somebody, to spend their time on there. But anyway, you guys get what I'm saying, right? So either one, you're gonna do a gratitude post, or you're gonna teach them something, okay? So you're gonna be like, I just saw a real estate investor friend. Okay, so here you are, you say real estate investing. I just saw a real estate investing friend break down how, and then something again that you have been inspired by, right? This could be from like my intro that I do where I break down a real estate deal. This could be velocity banking. Obviously, I don't have a lot of pictures that would eye candy towards velocity banking, but I just saw a real estate investor friend break down how he buys houses using other people's money. Right, so here we go. Deals. Ooh, let's do this. Actually, we got to be careful with numbers, but let's say 6-figure discounts on real estate. This could be flipping houses, other people's money, flipping other people's money. I mean, you name it, right? Those things that people love to hear and see, right? I just saw a real estate investor friend break down, right? So again, you put me as the friend status, like, dude, I'm friends with this guy, right? Again, you're borrowing credibility. Okay. So Chuck, you with me so far? Uh-oh, did I lose everybody?
Yeah, we're
No,
here.
we're still here.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. For some reason, I was like, oh, shoot, did I lose everybody? Did my internet go down? Cool, we're good. All right, so here we are. You're going to grab some pictures of a few that have my face, a few that have some eye candy, before and after shots, kitchens, bathrooms, and you're going to write something. Either you're going to do a gratitude post, or you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I just saw a real estate investor friend break down, and then you're going to teach them something. You know, getting 6-figure discounts on homes in, you know, in I shouldn't say any neighborhood, because some properties you buy for like 30 grand. Some properties you don't even buy for 6 figures. So we'll say 6-figure discounts in his neighborhood of Utah, and or, you know, flipping houses, other people's money. You read it, right? This needs to be your own words, but I've just given you the template. You can embellish as much or as little as you want. So there's the template, there's the skeleton, okay? Pictures, some faces, some before and afters, kitchens, bathrooms, and then either gratitude or I just saw a real estate investor break down something, okay? And so you've probably seen me do that before, or I could send you, if you want me to send you a link to actually it's in the Facebook group, the video of me breaking down one of the deals that we just bought and sold right here in Sandy, Utah. We bought it for $320,000. We turned around and we sold it for $430,000. We owned it for about 4.5-5 months. And so if you want to see that, I can, you know, we can get you access to it. It's there in that Facebook group. I can tag you, or just say it either way. And then you're going to post this. So you post this on Facebook. So my next question is, Chuck, when was the last time you posted on Facebook? Let me come back to here. Zoom.
Yesterday.
Perfect. So you are active on Facebook already. You've got people that follow you. You've got people that like your stuff, people that comment on your stuff, whatever. Okay. So whether that's a few or a lot, doesn't matter. You're going to post this, right? So my next question is, have you ever posted anything on real estate on your Facebooks?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay. So here's what you're going to do. In fact, when was the last time you posted about real estate something on your Facebook?
Yeah, actually, no. I think it was the last time from the last intensive. So when Chris Wilson was doing the intensive. So.
Okay. So a few weeks ago. Okay, cool. All right. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to do the post that I just built for you, right? Do you understand what to do there?
So I just borrow a picture and say that I just learned how this guy got a huge discount on 6-figure discount on the house. neighborhood.
Be like, so grateful, you know, whatever. So grateful that I had the opportunity to learn from one of my real estate investor friends how they got not $100,000 discount, 6-figure discount on real estate in his neighborhood, and they've done like 85 of these or something like that, right? Anyway, just some kind of something. Teach them like, oh my gosh, this was so cool. You know, just had a chance to whatever. Associate yourself with somebody that's doing real estate. And like I said, it doesn't have to be me. Anybody that you know inside of Renatus that you can associate yourself with and that you can pull from very easily like that. Or if they have stuff on Facebook, you can just pull from their Facebook either way. All right. So grab 5 photos, 5 of your favorite photos just about the real estate, post it. Right. So, and here's what you're going to do next, right? Everybody ready for this? I hope you guys are all following along. All right. So here's what we're going to do next. Next, once you've done this, once this is done, you're going to engage with anybody that comments, right? Hopefully you do this already anyway. So engage on comments, okay? And just have conversations, normal conversations, right? If they ask a question, then you say something. If they say, oh my gosh, that's so cool, then you say, hey, thanks, man, right? You like and comment on every single comment, okay? And and here's what you're gonna do about it, okay? So here's your action steps. You ready for this? Actions. First, that's a crazy number 1. First, you are going to, everyone who comments, everyone who comments or likes, okay? So for example, if I go to my Facebook and I have 82 likes and 38 comments on that particular post, okay? So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna look at my likes, okay? And so I'm going to, so here we go, Jackie, Jana, Paula, Trevor, Laura, okay? Some of these people are Renatus already, but some of these are not, okay? So like Christian Ecker right here. This guy is not a part of Renatus. This guy's from my high school back in the day. And so here's what I'm gonna do for Christian, okay? So I'm gonna be like, all right, so everyone who comments or likes, Christian liked it. I'm gonna private message. So I'm gonna private message Christian. Actually, how did I spell his name? It doesn't matter, Christian. So I'm gonna private message Christian and I'm gonna be like, hey man, I saw you like real estate investing, right? I saw you like my real estate investing post. I'm actually a part of a group where I'm learning from people like this all the time, okay? Saw you like real estate investing post. Then you talk about real estate investors United. Are you, Chuck, are you already a part of this group, Real Estate Investors United?
Yeah, I'm already a part of that group.
Perfect. Even better, okay? So hey, I saw you like my real estate investor my real estate investing post. I'm actually a part of a real estate investing Facebook group where we're talking about stuff like this all the time, right? We got all kinds of trainings in there. We got all kinds of, okay, right? You don't go crazy, but Real Estate Investors United, and you're gonna like, this is gonna be like maybe 1 or 2 sentences where you just say stuff like, I'm learning from a bunch of people like this. I'd love to, you know, connect you to some people. Okay. Then, and then don't ask permission. You're just going to be like, I already added you. I added you to the group and I'm going to tag you in a couple of my favorite trainings, videos, whatever. Let's see. Actually, some of them aren't trainings, so some of them are videos. So we're gonna say, I'm gonna tag you in a couple of my favorite. Let's see, a couple. Tag you. How do I want to say this? Because I don't want to necessarily say video. I want to say content. I want to tag you in a couple of my favorite posts. There we go. Favorite posts. Yeah. And then what do? Well, of course you tag them, right? So you add them. Don't ask permission. You just say, hey, I added you to this group. As soon as you accept it, I'm going to tag you in a couple of my favorite posts, either connecting you to people that I've enjoyed learning from, or people I've enjoyed connecting to, or people that I've enjoyed learning from, whatever, right? I'm just going to tag you to a couple of my favorite posts. Okay. Then you ask them a question, okay? Because you've already done the invite. And you're going to tag them, and then you say, and then here's the closing question, right? Again, this is if you get to this point, if you get to this point, this is how you're going to find your tribe, right? The people that you know already that like real estate investing, okay? And so you're going to, as soon as you've done all that, if they make it to this point, then you're going to say, so how long have you been interested? How long have you been interested? Or you could even say, how long have you liked real estate investing, right? Because you already know they like it because they liked your post. So you just get to say, like, so how long have you been interested? How long have you liked real estate investing stuff? Okay, and there's your conversation starter. How long have you liked it? Okay, and then you figure out what their goal is. Like, oh, do you have any goals to start it? Have you tried anything already? Do you have any goals to start it? And then you say, oh man, again, like Jenna said, you are the bumblebee of Renatus, right? You're the cross-pollinator. So you figure out what their goal is, and then you say, cool, I need to connect you to whoever, right? Most likely it's going to be like, if you look at the intros in there, Michael Huggins has one. Michael Huggins has an intro. And I've got an intro. I think those are the only two that we've got in there at the moment. Right? Now, if they like the post that has my face on it, then it's going to be familiar all the way through. And you're going to be like, oh, I'm actually going to tag you in a full-on hour-and-a-half training that Daine did, busting out that same thing that I posted on, where he got a six-figure discount on a piece of real estate, right? And so this is why I say you can use me, because I do have that intro in there. Or you can use Michael. He's got his intro in there, okay? So it's going to be familiar all the way through, right? Chuck, are you with me so far?
Yeah. So just like
Cool.
really keep the faces same the whole way through.
Exactly. Okay. So
Hi, Daine.
yes.
I know you said you're paying somebody to do all this posts, but when you're doing the conversation, it's going to be you that is doing the messaging and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I'll jump in there. And so I have one objective when I go to Facebook. In fact, here, let me show you guys how I do Facebook. So I open Facebook, and in fact, here, let me reset the Facebook here's how I do Facebook. I open the app and I don't let anything load. I instantly hit the notifications button and I look for comments, right? I don't usually add people. So my apologies if this is any of you guys. I look for comments, right? And there's actually a way that you can turn everything else off. I can see people that invite me as a friend, and then I can see comments, right? And so I can see Deborah commented. And so I'm looking for the green bubble basically. So Yaz commented. Let's see, let me go to one where somebody I was excited about it. Let's see, here we go. Emily commented, right? So that's the only thing I like to do in Facebook. I do not go to the news feed. I don't mess with any of this other stuff. I literally open the app, I click the notifications button, and I look for comments, right? Heather commented. And so you can see I've jumped in there and she commented and then I commented back. I always comment back if somebody comments, right? So Jess, she commented, I comment back, or I like it, either one. Somehow I engage, okay? Sandy commented, I comment back, or I like it. Oh, see, I didn't catch that one. I like it. Like, okay? I think that was probably one of my wife's posts, so I probably didn't really comment on it. Okay, let's see. Deborah comments. And so I comment back, right? See, you can see this. I comment back on everybody, even if they're just like, nice work, Daine Clark. I'm like, thanks, brother. Simple, right? Comment to everybody, engage with them. Right? If somebody says that to you, you don't want to be that person that's like silent, right? This person took the time out of their day. They're scrolling through. I mean, you guys have seen this endless thing of doom, right? That you can scroll for. I mean, look at this. I can't even find the bottom. And as soon as I find the bottom, guess what? It loads more, right? And so my internet's kind of slow, so it's not doing it. But you guys see, it's going to load, right? People took the time out of their Facebook scrolling to, let's see, people took the time out of their scrolling to comment on your stuff, to like your stuff. So you want to, and there's your tribe, right? Those are the people that you will engage with. Okay, so and this is where you'll find them. You'll find them in the notifications thing, right? Anyway, you guys get it. Okay, Jackie commented. Oh, this is my wife's post. Okay, so you guys get it. Let me come back to here. So you find somebody else's post, you leverage their credibility. Use mine. I try to do 2 real estate investing posts a month. The rest of it is just camping. We got 3 boys at the ages of 4 and under, so they're all over my Facebook, and that's all my wife. She has my Facebook login, and she posts stuff for me. And obviously whatever else we're doing, okay, stuff. So snag my real estate stuff and use that, and be like, oh, I'm so grateful to watch this. One of my real estate investing buddies, right? We're buddies here. Right, we're all the same family of Renatus, the Renatus family, okay? And so you can associate with yourself with anybody that's having success, myself included, okay? Use it. Then everybody that comments, everybody that likes it, there's your tribe. Those are the people that you want to engage with, because they already took the time out of their day to engage with your content. You just follow it through and invite them to the group, start the conversation, all that good stuff, okay? So, cool, let's check comments. Pete Smalley, I would agree. You can just start with the contacts in your phone. It's gonna feel like cold calling though. This way you kind of like put a little hook in the water with a worm on it, and anybody that even nips at it with the like button, then you engage with those people, okay? So let's see, Deborah, how do you do your the 3-way voice messages that Michael was talking about? I probably won't have time to get into that today, but it's actually, yeah, I'll give that to you real fast. Let me come back to that really fast, Deborah. Bilal, hey Daine, I'm using Meetup to generate leads for intro tours. What can I say to the prospect to book a follow-up call before I book them to the actual meeting. That's like a whole training in and of itself, kind of. But let me try. Let me try and get both of these questions real fast here. Before I do that though, does anybody have more questions about this? Because everybody can use this if you want. Grab those things off Facebook, post them. So glad that I'm able to connect with my real estate investing buddy that's literally letting me see deals, whatever, right? Anybody have questions on that part?
This is really powerful, Daine. And if people want to learn more about how to implement this, there's in-depth trainings, and this is a lot of the information that we go over on Super Saturday. So if you're not showing up to Super Saturday, you're missing out on a ton of really, really great in-depth training on this type of stuff that Daine's touching on.
Daine, I do have one quick question, and that is, how many photos
go ahead, Sandra.
would you post at one
5.
time to not overkill?
I do 5, and here's why. So if I go to Facebook and I go to my feed there, notice that 5 photos, now down here it says +7, but so this is why I say minimum of 5, because you can see there's 5 photos that show up on everybody's feed. Now and this is why I say you can do more, because if they're interested, then they can start scrolling through. And this is our baby's first camping experience. Anyway, so they can see the extra stuff, and my kids like putting dirt on their face, whatever, and obviously brushing their fingers up against my dirty truck. And so again, okay, so here's a post that I did. 5 photos, because I know that this is what they're going to see as they're scrolling. They're going to see the 5 photos. Okay, again, 5 photos. Oh, there's more. They can see more if they want to see more. 5 photos. 5 photos.
So I know this sounds like a silly
4.
question. When you do this post, you can actually resize them and group them the way you want, the way you did them. No?
Facebook will just do this automatically.
Oh, okay.
So see this one has 28 photos, but you see the first 5.
Got it.
And so, and this will do it in the order. So for example, if you're going to make a Facebook post, you're going to see, and so this one here that has mine and my wife's face, this is the first one she selected. This is the second one she selected, third one, fourth one, fifth one, so on and so forth. And so the order that it shows up right here on the feed is just going to be in direct relation to which ones did they push on first? Which ones did they select first? Okay.
And how do you add the before and after copy on a photo that you're copying and pasting? Okay, it'll already be on yours, so I won't have to add it. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, there's just an app. Okay. I can't remember. There's an app that my wife uses.
No problem.
Again, because I don't do that. Like, I didn't do this post. She did.
I got it.
Looks like it's for me.
And it looks great.
But yeah, there's an app that she uses. It's free. I forget. I think it's called Collageable or something like that. But there's apps out there to do stuff like this for free. So again, 5 photos. This one was a funny one.
So about how often would you recommend doing something like this, borrowing the credibility?
Borrow my credibility. You don't want to go crazy on borrowing other people's credibility, because then they're gonna, you don't want to be spam. But I could see like once a month, maybe twice a month, you post something that you're learning or that you're doing. Now, obviously, like, if you can get to the status of where I am, not necessarily doing 20 deals at a time, but if you can get to the status where like you have one of your own credibility items to talk about, then yeah, post your stuff. And twice a month, like let's say you picked up a real estate deal. At least twice a month, go to that deal and post it, and tell a new story every single time on that. Milk that one deal like crazy. If you go back to like my old posts 5 years ago, in fact, I'm not going to wish that on anybody. Don't go back and scroll for 5 years on my Facebook. But if you were to go back 5 years on my Facebook, the first deal, you can see I milked that thing. Every step of the process, we were taking some photos and posting, a couple times a month, every single time. So I've chosen that ratio, basically 2 times a month. I want to post something about real estate. The rest is just family, faith, fun, philanthropy, right? Everything but real estate. It's I still want people to see I'm a real person, and I don't want to be, what do they call it, spammy pammy. So if you're borrowing other people's credibility, like for example, you went to the Chris Wilson intensive, yeah, you could probably argue that's kind of borrowing somebody else's credibility. And then if you do this post like I just showed you, borrowing somebody else's credibility, but at the same time, you are building your own. The more real estate investing posts you do, and the better you get at it, you're actually building your own credibility. Yeah, you're borrowing mine, but you are building your own
Daine,
credibility.
do you ever post anything
right?
on Facebook about special real estate intensives? Like, we
don't.
have Brian Sump coming, and I just wondered if you don't ever. No. Okay.
No, Facebook to me, Facebook is not a billboard. Facebook is not a call to action, right? So you'll notice if you look at any of my posts, Facebook, it's not a billboard. It's not a call to action. It's not like, hey, I'm going to this. Everybody want to come? No.
Okay.
Facebook is a party. Facebook is like, hey guys, this is super cool. Look at this. I'm learning. I'm doing this, right? If you scroll through other people's Facebook posts that you enjoy, I mean, this is how you learn how to do it, right? This is the only time that you're allowed to scroll through your own feed, right? So if you go to your own feed and you scroll through and you stuff like this, right? There's no call to action here in this Facebook post, right? I'm a part of F-150. I own an F-150 myself, and so I'm part of this Facebook group, F-150 Nation. Vanessa, right? No call to action here. Oh, here's a call to action. Please help me build up some confidence, right? That's a good thing, but you're not like closing anybody to something. Please help. No call to action there. No call to action there. No call to action. No call to action there. Right? These are just.
Hey, Daine.
So go through your favorite posts and be like, cool. None of these are call to action photos, so I'm not going to do call to actions. Oh, bummer. We lost a tree there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Go ahead. Somebody, see, who do I have?
Daine? Yeah, how you doing? My name is
Yes.
Sheldon, and I just got a quick question. I've had somebody request to join the real estate group that everybody's in, the Elevate Real Estate group. How do I know if they're like qualified to join? Like, do I let them in because they requested, or like, is there like a screening process?
Are they students?
I'm not sure. Mike just put me, I forgot exactly what it's called.
A moderator.
Yes, a moderator. So I'm not really necessarily sure like how that process go because it's new to me. So that's why I'm asking you.
Maybe don't worry about it for now.
Okay.
I would think, or ask whoever made you the moderator.
Michael made a bunch of people moderators so that we could just be adding people on, so we don't necessarily have to screen because we just want guests.
Okay, yeah. If as long as you can see that they've got like mutual friends with other students, then yeah, I'd say let them in. Because that group particularly is for students only. So, I mean, we got to kind of be careful there.
No problem. All right, thanks.
Yeah, don't spend your time though. Don't spend your time. Hey, are you a student? Like just if they got mutual friends with other students that are mutual friends to you. Then,
was he referring to the
just
United page or the Elevate page?
I think
United page.
Sheldon, maybe clarify. Oh, the United page. Yeah, everybody gets let into the United page.
Yeah, everybody.
So, yeah. Everybody. So yeah.
Hey, thanks, man.
Cool. Sounds good, brother. Cool. Hope that helps, guys. All right. I know we're after the hour and I've got to jump on another call, but let me come back to those couple of comments real fast. And so somebody asked me, the 3-way voice messages. Oh, it's so easy. Okay. So in fact, let me make sure this person is still on. Deborah Brick, are you still on? And same with Bilal. Bilal, are you still on as well? They are?
Yeah,
Yes, I am.
Oh, Deborah, cool. Okay, cool. So the three-way voice text message things, you go to your Facebook Messenger and you go to Deborah Brick. Let's see if I can find you. There you are. And I go to this little button here on the bottom that has the voice thing, and I'm holding it down, and it's probably not going to let me because I'm also doing audio from the Zoom. But you can see this button down here that I'm pushing. It's right next to the big A and the little A down here.
Right.
Oh, I just made it disappear. But yeah, I just hold that down. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to do so let's say I'm adding my wife and Mike, whatever, and I come in there. So I start a group text, and then I do that, right? I start the voice message. If this is what you're talking about. Okay?
Right, but how did you add the other person? That's my confusion.
It's crazy easy. So let me go back to this again. I say new message, and I just find people. So let's say I'm going to add, Keely and Deborah. Whoops. Bam. Okay. And so I'm just searching the people, and I start a new Facebook group, and here I am, and I'm going to say, like, hey, Deborah, I really wanted to connect you with Keely. You know, Keely's been a part of our real estate investing group for a number of years now. And I remember when she first got started, or when she first saw this, she was kind of like standoffish. And then a few years later, she had seen all the success that was happening with her friends. And she was just like, holy crap, I give up. I need to be a part of this. And since she has started, you know, anyway, I'm gonna say something really nice about Keely that I know about her, and then I'm gonna say, Keely, I bet you Deborah would love to hear your story from your end, right? And same with Keely, like Deborah, I bet you Keely would love to hear a little bit about your goals with real estate investing, right? And so I just start the conversation there. And it doesn't have to be a long one, just really quick, nice and easy. And then Keely can comment back real fast. Takes her 60 seconds, right? So that's how to do that. Let's see, what was that last comment about? I think it was Meetup or something.
Yes.
Thanks, Daine.
Okay, so Bilal, I'm using Meetup. What can I say to prospect to book a follow-up call before I book them for the actual meeting? Prospect to book a follow-up call before I book them for the actual meeting. I'm not quite sure I fully understand, but I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. You're marketing on Meetup. People are like, ooh, I want to go to this. And you're trying to have a conversation with them before, let's see, you want to schedule a conversation with them for after they come to the meeting.
Yes, correct.
Sometimes that's a tough one. That's kind of a tough, and I've tried that before with Meetup as well, with people that are coming to the meeting, and it is so hard to. And I shouldn't say everybody, because some people are very, very like, yeah, you know, they want to connect, and so, but I'll usually just start asking questions like, you know, let's say you come to my Meetup and I say, hey, Bilal, you know, saw that you registered to come. Couple of questions for you before you come. You know, how long you been interested in real estate? What have you already tried? And, you know, is there anything that you hope to see from the meeting? And then if I get them to respond, right? And again, not everybody will, but if I get them to start communicating with me, then I'll be like, cool. In fact, I'd love to connect with you afterwards so I can learn a little bit more about you and see if there's anybody or anything that I can connect you to help you in, you know, help you reach your goal, help you achieve what you'd like to accomplish in your own little real estate career path. And so I'd probably go that way to try and schedule something for after. But again, not everybody, because I mean, they don't know who you are. They fear that they're walking into like a sales pitch sometimes.
Yeah,
and so
ran over. I'm almost done.
So
I
yeah, you gotta
save
be
the
careful
chat before I forget.
with that. But yeah, hope that helps, brother. Do something like that.
Yes,
Start the conversation.
okay.
Hey, brother, you know, glad you're coming. How long you been interested in real estate? What have you tried? What's your goal? And if they were like communicating with you, then be like, oh, in fact, I would love to schedule a call with you afterwards so I can learn a little bit more about you specifically and see if I can either connect you to somebody or connect you to something to help you achieve whatever, you know, whatever it is that you'd like to accomplish in real estate. The meeting is tonight on or tomorrow at 7 p.m. But do you have time on Friday or Saturday for 15, 20 minutes? Or you could say, you know, an hour or whatever to get to know each other. But yeah, that's what I would try. Not everybody's going to go for it though. So just be prepared and don't be upset if not everybody goes for that. So cool. All right, guys, let's call it Happy Wealth Wednesday. Go and make something happen today. So I told you guys I had good stuff for you today. I wasn't planning on this, but this was good. People needed to hear this. So, all right, guys.
You always give
good
good training, Daine.
Oh, thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
All
All right, guys. Love you all. See you next week.
Thank you, Daine.